Yo everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing my 2018 beauty favourites. Sorry it's taken me so long to put this together, but I've been a bit sick. So sorry if I sound a bit odd, a bit off. I've got a cold, I'm getting over a cold. Anyway, I've got so many things to show you. So many things that I've been loving throughout 2018. It was so difficult for me to find all the stuff and remind myself of the stuff that I was loving, for example, in February to now, etc. So what I'm going to do is, for ease, and as I do every year, is split up this video into different categories, and that way it'll be easier for you guys to watch. So I thought, let me first start off with the face. So let's first start off with primers and the primers that I've been loving throughout the year. So the first one for the eyes is the P. Louise eyeshadow base. So my shade is in number 2, Rumour. If you have watched my makeup tutorials, you know that I use this all the time. I bought this towards the beginning of the year and it's still not finished. I use this every single day. I absolutely love it, and I would definitely say it is the one eyeshadow primer that I have used continuously throughout the year. I don't even remember what I was using in January, but as soon as this runs out, I'll buy another one. Now let's move on to the face. I have been loving continuously the Primark Primer Water, which costs £2. This is actually just a tiny little bit in there left. I used it today. It's a spray one and it's really refreshing. I love it. This is like my 5th. I've got so many backups of this. Absolutely love it. Another one that I love is the Makeup Revolution matte primer, because it does a great job at mattifying my face. And then on the flip side of that, I've got also this one from NYX, which is the Honey Dew Me Up primer. It's a very refreshing primer. It's not got that silicone-y feel to it. It just makes my face feel really nice and light, and it doesn't feel kind of sticky or anything like that. So I've really been loving this. The last one in this category, because it's all on its lonesome, is the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. Now I know a lot of people tend to use this to finish off their makeup. It's actually a skincare product, and it's not actually really meant to be used for setting your makeup, which I don't think people realise. However, I sometimes actually use this on its own on the days that I don't wear any makeup at all, and it really looks nice and fresh on the face. Alright, now let's move on to foundation. And by the way, none of these are in any kind of particular order. So the first one is this one here, which is the Vanish Seamless Finish Foundation by Hourglass. My shade is in Golden Tan. I actually bought this one, I remember, in January when I was out for Selena's birthday, and I've continuously been loving it throughout the year. I love this. Full coverage, gives a really nice soft dewy finish but not greasy. Another stick foundation, relatively new purchase, is the Colourpop No Filter Stix. Looks like this. My shade is in medium dark, 120 warm. By the way, I will try to link as much as I can in the info bar below, but unfortunately YouTube has a word limit, and every favourites it runs out. I run out of space. So I've got loads of reviews on so many of these things, so just do a quick search on my channel if you want to know anything a little bit more in depth. Earlier on in the year, the Sleek Cream to Powder Foundation. My shade is in C2P11, and it looks like this. I generally tend to use this more in the summer because it gives a more mattifying sort of finish, because it's cream to powder, plus it's a little bit dark for me, so it works well in the summer. The Primark My Perfect Colour Longwear Ultimate Matte Foundation. My shade is in Toffee. This is a dupe for the Estee Lauder Double Wear, of which I'm in the shade Cashew. The Benefit Hello Happy Soft Blur Foundation. When I bought this, it was in the summer, so I bought the shade 7. So it's alright for me in the summer, but in the winter, I don't actually know. So if you are my shade, let me know what shade I should buy in the summer, because I really want, in the winter, because I actually really want to repurchase this, but at the moment I can't because I'm too light. My tan is completely faded. Half my foundations don't match me right now. This one here, which is the Barry M All Night Long Medium Coverage Foundation, and my shade is in Almond. I've also got the shade Waffle, which is for the more summery months, and this one is for the more wintry months. Really nice drugstore foundation. Great to use instead of, for example, the Hourglass one, which is a lot more pricey. The Colourpop No Filter Foundation. My shade is in medium dark 115. It's actually what I'm wearing right now. Really love it. Nice natural looking foundation. This one was another one of my favorites, a big favorite throughout the heat wave that we had in the UK. The NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat Liquid Foundation. My shade is in medium beige. Absolutely love it. Another one, again, which works so amazing for me during the heat wave that we had this year is the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation. The shade I bought it in at the time was in Sand. Really love this, kept me so matte, and I love the fact that even though it's in a tube, it's got a nice pump on the top. I think this is nearly finished. The LA Girl Pro Matte HD High Definition Longwear Matte Foundation. I've got the shade Light Tan, which is my winter shade, and Soft Honey, which is my summer shade. Absolutely love these. Probably my favourite matte foundation is this one. Another purchase from earlier on in the year is the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. My shade is in Barcelona. I'm almost now completely tan free when I can get away with wearing Barcelona. Otherwise, other times of the year I can't because it's a little bit too light. Another one from Primark is the My Perfect Colour Velvet Finish Foundation. Again in the shade Toffee. Unfortunately, with it being Primark, my little dropper doesn't really work properly. Look, I'll squeeze it and nothing's coming out. It's very difficult for me to get any foundation out of this. But when I do, it's a very nice velvet feeling foundation, like the name suggests. And I think the last one to show you, which is actually my most recent one and the one I've been using pretty much every day since I bought it, is the Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear Foundation. My shade is in 050 Beige Ombre, I think that's what it's called. Oh my god, you guys, why have I never bought this before? Like, it took me so long to buy it. I've been wearing this every single day. I swear it's about... yeah, I've already used a quarter of it. That just shows how much I use it since I bought this in, I think, November. Moving on to face powders. The Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder in the shade Blondie. This is almost finished to the point where I actually earlier on took some scissors to the net to get the last little bits of the powder out. I really love this, really finely milled. Thankfully, I've got no sense of smell right now, so that perfumey smell that it has doesn't really bother me. But I have this now in Banana Bread too, which will be opened next. But I love this so much to set my under eye concealer. Another one, a more affordable one, and the one with the most product, is the Makeup Revolution Luxury Powder in Banana. This is now my second one that I bought of this. Love it. The Colourpop No Filter Setting Powder in the shade Banana. This is again my second one. But as I mentioned in one of my previous videos, I probably won't be repurchasing it. Not because there's anything wrong with it, it's just because firstly it's difficult to get Colourpop to get it shipped over to the UK as it is. And it's just not worth it for something so small in comparison to something like this. Has 42 grams and this has 8.5. And I can buy this literally 10-minute walk down the road from my house. And then, this should not be any surprise, the Too Faced Peach Perfect Mattifying Loose Setting Powder, my holy grail setting powder. Nothing has been able to replace this. This kept my skin completely matte during the heat wave. And when I keep referring to the heat wave, like, London don't get heat waves. We get nice weather, but we don't get heat waves. Moving on to concealers that were all new releases for this year. The first one being the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. My shade is in Warm Beige. Love it. The Nabla Cosmetics Close Up Stay Full Smooth Concealer in the shade Golden Beige. I absolutely love this. This is probably, I don't know, very difficult for me to say, but I have to say that this is probably my favourite out of all of them. It's got the least amount in it, which is surprising. It's only got 4 mil, which is probably the smallest amount of concealer I own. But I just love it. I mean, it smells... oh, I can kind of smell that. It smells like coconut. It just gives full coverage, one swipe. Don't need to apply any more. I just love it so much. The MAC Studio Fix 24 Hour Smoothwear Concealer in NC35. And the Huda Beauty The Overachiever Concealer in the shade Graham Cracker. Love them. Bronzer, I'm afraid this should be no surprise. If you are a follower of mine, if you are a subscriber of mine, firstly, if you're here and you haven't subscribed, subscribe please. Like, I'm great. Why do you not want to follow me? I mean, I don't always sound like this horrendous, but generally I'm okay to follow. There's like a bell somewhere around here, which apparently you're meant to click on so that you get notifications of every time I upload. So click, click, click. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Saddle Powder Bronzer. I mean, we've hit pan. That's how much we love this, yeah? I bought this in Sephora when I was at IMATS earlier on in the year when I went to New York. I bought it then. It's been in like every favourites video. I've not hardly touched any other bronzer to contour my face than this one here, to the point where when Anastasia Beverly Hills had their 50% off for Black Friday, I repurchased this again. There is only one bronzer in this whole video, and it is this because I love it that much. Okay, moving on to blushes. First off, I swear these were in last year's favourites, but again, here they are again. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Blush Trios. I've basically got all of them here, most of which I bought during Anastasia's Black Friday sale. Every year they do 50% off of these blush trios. So I think I've only ever paid full price for one of these and 50% off for the rest. So this one here is Pink Passion. This one is called Pool Party, Peachy Love, and Cocktail Party. The reason I love these is because there's 3 in there, so I can pick and choose. It's easy for me to find. I don't have to faff around that much. I can take them with me when I travel. They're excellent quality, so beautifully pigmented. Love them. The Kat Von D Lolita eyeshadow and blush. This was released earlier on in the year. I'm not sure if you can still get this, but I absolutely love it. Who doesn't love the Lolita shade, really? The Kevyn Aucoin. It's called the Neo Blush in the shade Sunset. Love it. Just a gorgeous, beautiful quality. I mean, it's got a nice little dent in there. That just goes to show how much I've been loving this. The quality is excellent. I love this, especially for the spring, summer months. Oh, I missed out another one of the Anastasia ones. This one here, Berry Adore. Beautiful, beautiful. From Too Faced, I bought this direct from their website, is this Cherry Bomb Fruit Cocktail Blush Duo. Smells like cherries. I don't know why it makes me the smell reminds me of like babies. I don't know why, like something that is used to clean babies. I don't know what it is. Baby wipes. Anyway, it's a beautiful, beautiful autumnal shades. Both of them look gorgeous on medium skin. This palette is probably my most recent one. It's from Maybelline. It's their Face Studio Bronze Color and Highlighting Kit. Absolutely gorgeous, all 4 shades. This highlighting shade is just stunning. I absolutely love it for on the go. Take it, and it just goes with any kind of look to bronze up your face. When in doubt, bronze up. Use this. Earlier on in the year, MAC released this Mirage Noir collection or something, and they released this Mother of Pearl Matte Face Powder. You swirl all the colours together and you get a really gorgeous kind of soft plummy tone shade. It looks beautiful in all skin tones, and I've steadily been using this throughout the year since I bought it. 2 blushes from Colourpop which I always gravitate towards. This one here is called Glass Slipper, and this one is called Tulip to Quit. And then the last 2 things are 2 blushes from Sleek. This one is in the shade Flushed. This one is in the shade Life's a Peach. Especially if you're a woman of colour and you've got quite deep skin, you will definitely love these 2 shades. Okay, let's move on to highlighters. I bought this one from a NYX shop in New York. It's one of their Born to Glow highlighters, and this is in the shade Chosen One. It's a beautiful golden shade that looks amazing on medium and deep skin tones. From Coloured Rain, I got this, I think, right at the beginning of the year. It's one of their Focal Point Glow Lighters, and this is in the shade called Selfie. It's a really soft, kind of golden peach sort of shade. A really beautiful luminescent glow it gives. Doesn't emphasize texture, which I love. This is one that I've really been loving a lot since I bought it, and unfortunately it's going to finish a lot sooner than I would have liked because it cracked. I didn't drop it, it just cracked on its own. It's one of the Maybelline Face Studio Chrome Extremes in the shade Molten Gold. I have to hold it like this because every time I open it, a little bit more cracks, a little bit more cracks. So this is what it looks like. We'll definitely be repurchasing it. I use this a lot, to the point where you can see the design on here has completely faded. That's just how much I use it. Another one that I got, I think I bought this in December when I was in Topshop. I didn't even know that this brand Dole Beauty is sold in Topshop. It's called Dole Light Shine Bright. And this highlighter reminds me a lot of the Ambre highlighter. As you can see, there was a nice little pattern on there. That just shows how, again, how much I've used it. It's absolutely stunning. Look amazing on medium and deep skin tones. Talking of the Ambre highlighter, come on now. I don't know why when I first did the review on it, I was just like, yes, okay, it's not that great. I use it so much that when she re-released it towards the end of last year, the end of 2018, I had to buy a backup because That you can see in the middle is a dent that is slowly and steadily starting to appear. I absolutely love this. I use this so much. I don't just use it on my cheekbones. I use it on my brow bone. I use it on my tear duct. I use it on the rest of my face. I've used it on the lid. It's so versatile, and it's that kind of colour that works well across the board on all skin tones. The Charlotte Tilbury Bar of Gold highlighter palette. This was definitely like a luxury purchase for me. It's very expensive. It's like £40 or something. And for some weird reason, I don't use one colour. I use 3 of them together. But this was limited edition for the holidays. So I've still continuously loved it. It's a very soft, buildable highlight. So I am still very impressed with it. From Lancome, another one of their highlight palettes. This one is the Highlight Angels palette. I generally tend to use this more on the eyes than I do on the face, just because of the kind of colours that they have, but they're really intense and beautiful. They're very soft and quite pastel, but I've got a bit of duochrome in there too. And now this one here is your fault. You, yes you know who I'm talking to. The Highlight Fairies palette, which was only released in Selfridges. I had no idea that this had even come out until you guys told me, so I blame you. But this is what it looks like. Beautiful, beautiful highlighter palette. This one I tend to use more in the summer months because of the kind of shades it has. It's very summery. From NYX Cosmetics is this Love You So Mochi highlighter palette. Looks like this. Is in the shade called Lit Life. I definitely tend to use the gold and the peach a lot more. They're very, very soft and buttery, therefore very, very intense. So you have to go in with a really, really light hand. And that's one reason why I love it. And another one which is exactly similar to that in terms of texture is this one by Revolution Pro. It's the Revolution Pro Supreme Highlighter in gold. This one is what I'm actually using today. I'm using this peach one here on the end to highlight my face. They are so soft. Like, you have to make sure that you don't press too hard, otherwise they will break. They are that buttery and intense. All 3 of these shades on medium and deep skin tones, oh my god. Seriously, these are one of those ones you have to be so careful with because they are likely to break. But you know what? It's worth it because they're so good. I'm definitely going to repurchase this once it runs out. This is Flash and Awe and Get It Glowing Hyper Real Glow highlighter palettes from MAC. Why am I holding them like this? I can't hold it properly. I'm trying to show it to you. I have loved these since I bought them earlier on in the year. This one is definitely more towards fair to medium skin tones, and this one is definitely more towards medium to deep skin tone. Quality of these are absolutely excellent. I love these, and the fact that they come with 3 highlighters means you've always got a variety of choice to choose from. Okay, moving on to eyeshadows. I actually only have 4 to show you before I show you eyeshadow palettes, because does anyone really buy individual eyeshadows anymore? I mean, it's always better value for money to buy eyeshadow palettes. Plus, you know, the shades always go with each other and it just makes life so much easier. Anyway, all 4 of these that I've got are actually all from Colourpop, and they're all Super Shock eyeshadows. So this first one here is called Birthday Cake, which I believe that they released when it was their birthday. I think I got it free. This one here called Revolution. This one called Set to Stun. And this golden one called Fluffy. These ones I tend to always just use on my lid. I use my finger, very, very quick, easy, and I'm good to go. First one being the Norvina palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I have hit pan on this one here called Dreamer, and I'm shortly to hit pan on Summer. I just love this palette. The shimmers in it are gorgeous. The mattes in it are perfect. I've used this a lot more than I thought I would, considering it's a very cool tone palette, but I absolutely love it. This one is probably one of my most recent purchases, even though I know it's not new, but it did come out last year or the beginning of last year, is the Warrior palette by Juvia's Place. Oh my god, you guys, why did I not buy this before? Every single one of these eyeshadows is amazing quality. This palette, if I could give it an 11 out of 10, I would. I know I've not done a review on it, but take it from me, you guys. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. Every single one of these shimmery golds is so different, so beautiful, so flattering on my medium skin tone. Absolutely love it. The size of the pans are huge. The quality is just perfect. The Venus 3 eyeshadow palette from Lancome, another one that I have loved consistently since I bought it. It's just gorgeous. The Gingerbread Spice eyeshadow palette from Too Faced, which came out in the autumn time. Again, another really wearable palette for all skin tones. Amazing quality, just gorgeous. This palette here from Colourpop called Ooh La La. I know they've recently released something similar, which I may get, but I haven't got it yet. It's this one here. It's very pink. So for those of you out there that love your pinks, you will love this. Again from Colourpop, this is the collaboration with Makeup by Shayla. It's called Perception. Just a gorgeous palette that is amazing for women of colour. The Lime Crime Venus XL palette, by the way, you guys, just in case you're wondering, I have ordered the Venus XL2. It's on its way. I ordered mine from Love Makeup. For those of you in the UK, if you order it from Love Makeup, it's £50. If you order it from Cult Beauty, ASOS is £56. Oh my god, you guys, if you see me now and then looking like this, I just had a coughing fit, so apologies if I suddenly look like I've been crying. I haven't. But yes, the Venus XL palette. Absolutely love it. The shades are just perfect for me. They're so up my street. I love the different types of textures they've got in here. They've got mattes, then they've got like soft glow, which is like a matte, but it's not. And then it's got shimmery shades. And it's just a gorgeous palette. And you can create so many different looks from it. From Nabla Cosmetics, the Dreamy Eyeshadow Palette is another one that I have loved consistently since I bought it. It's got your very kind of soft pastel, very neutral kind of shades. You've got gorgeous matte shades, then a lot more shimmery shades that are very wearable and look amazing on medium and deep skin tones. From the beginning of the year, if you remember that far back, is the Violet Voss hashtag palette. I gave this palette a 10 out of 10. It's just gorgeous. The shades are so vibrant, they're so beautiful, they're so wearable, the quality is excellent, and I still continuously love this palette. If you guys can see close up enough, it has been very, 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 very loved. The Huda Beauty New Nude Eyeshadow Palette I have continuously loved since I bought it. I know quite a lot of people don't like this. I'm not sure why. I personally love it. I'm using it again today. As long as you make sure you've got a neutral base on your eyes, like the P. Louise base that I use, it will completely cancel out the colour of your eyes, and then you can wear all of these shades. I personally love it. Another palette by Juvia's Place is the Saharan palette, which again, beautiful. Such a different kind of palette. Not used to seeing shades like this one here, which is called Wadabe. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I just love this brand, especially because it is a brand which has been catered towards deeper skin and women of colour. So every single one of these shades is very, very intensely pigmented. The blendability is amazing and the quality is excellent. One that I don't think I have shown you guys is this one here from Makeup Revolution. It's called the Flawless 4 Ultra Eyeshadows. It contains 32 ultra professional eyeshadows. It's basically like an amalgamation of all the other palettes I've shown you rolled into one, which is what Makeup Revolution is known for doing. This eyeshadow palette from Colourpop is the Fortune eyeshadow palette. I think I actually love the outside more than the inside. It's just one of those things. It pleases my aesthetic because, as you guys know, I like my colour and colourful stuff, creative stuff. Anyway, so this is a beautiful, beautiful palette. They're very samey sort of colours, but they're very standard colours which everybody needs to use on a day-to-day basis. Not everybody's going to go out with gold, shimmery stuff on their eyes. This, by the way, is the new Stila, one of their little white lies thingies, the golden one. Love it, by the way. I will do a review, promise. But yeah, I love this palette because of the fact that it is just your very beautiful, everyday kind of palette. Oh, the big one. I haven't bought Jeffree Star in ages, actually. I feel like I'm kind of going off of him. This eyeshadow palette, I didn't buy the alien one, like why? The Blood Sugar one. Here it is, whopping big, huge palette. Still loving it, absolutely gorgeous. Looks very similar-ish to some of the other ones I've shown you, but then again, don't we all have like 10 shades of red lipstick? The Huda Beauty Obsessions palette, she released another range towards the end of the year. This one is the Ruby Obsessions one. I have given this one so much love. I still love it so much. I love the quality, is excellent. The colours are beautiful. Love this one. As well as the Amethyst Obsessions one as well as the Topaz one, which I'd probably say I've used the Topaz one and the Ruby one the most. Can't forget the Emerald one as well. As much as I didn't think I would use it that much, I actually do use this quite a lot. And before those four, she also released the Coral Obsessions one and then the Gemstones one. The Gemstone one, you can see I actually use this one quite a lot. This teeny tiny one from Colourpop is called Pretty Much. It's a pigment palette. I think I actually got this for free. I tend to take this to the gym with me, or on those days when I just can't be bothered to faff around. I just want a crease shade and a lid shade, and that's me done. Probably this palette is the one that I have used the most this year. The most simple, straightforward, not that exciting palette is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam palette. Now let's be honest, how many of you that own this use this a lot? It's not just me, is it? It's just because it's so easy. You know, like again on those days where you want to go for a simple everyday kind of look, not faff around, not have to blend your eyeshadow too much, you ain't got time, you got 10 minutes to get ready. We all reach for this one here. I use this one again and again and again. I'm actually due to hit pound on about 6 of the shades here. That's how much I use it. So this one, very underrated, but I have to say that out of all the eyeshadow palettes here, as much as it burns me to say with some of them, this is probably my favourite because of the fact that I've used it the most. The Charlotte Tilbury Stars in Your Eyes eyeshadow palette, which was limited edition for the holidays. Very expensive eyeshadow palette, £60. But again, the quality, 10 out of 10. The colours are beautiful, wearable, perfect for all skin tones. Totally worth the money in my book. And since I bought it, I've not been able to put it down. Another Anastasia Beverly Hills one is this one here, the Sultry palette, which was for the holidays. Again, I have used it quite a bit. It hasn't been used as much as the others, probably just more so because it was only bought not that long ago. So I've not had a chance to consistently use every single one of them, but I do find on the days when I'm definitely wearing gold or brown or black or silver, I definitely tend to reach for this one quite a lot. These two eyeshadow palettes from Dose of Colours, this one is Sassy Siennas and Blushing Berries. I bought these when I was in Ulta in New York. They're not new by any means, I think they came out the previous year, but they're new to me. The quality, again, excellent. They are all completely matte. So a lot of the time when you've seen me show like those Colourpop eyeshadows, I tend to use this in the crease and on my lash line, and I use those kind of shades on the lid. But both of these are excellent. I still haven't bought the brown one, which I could have done in the Black Friday sales, but you know when you're just like, you own so much makeup, Charlena, just stop it. And last but not least, and probably the most recent one that I bought, is from the Bretman Rock collaboration with Colourpop. This eyeshadow or pressed powder palette is called Lit, as in lit. I love this. I wasn't really keen on the blue one. I don't tend to use blue that much. But this one here, full of beautiful reddish kind of tones, orangey sort of tones, and a yellow in there. Beautiful. The pigmentation of this palette is excellent and I absolutely love it. One lowly little eyeliner all on its own is the NYX Matte Liquid Liner. Now, for those of you, again, that followed me for a long time, you know that the NYC Liquid Liner was my holy grail, all-time favourite. So when I was in New York, my mum was in Toronto at the same time. Mum, they don't sell NYC in NYC anymore. Can you buy some for me from Walmart or wherever it is in Canada? Yeah, Charlene, of course. I'll buy you about 10. Mum comes back with 10, yeah? She didn't buy me black. She bought me grey. So I was like, oh my God, okay, so what do I do now? So I whipped out this one and lo and behold, I haven't put it down since. And this is actually my second one that I've bought this year. So I absolutely love this. It's matte. It gives full coverage. I do have to layer it twice, but I have to do that with all liquid liners like I did with the NYC one as well. It's got a nice thin brush and I can very easily do wing eyeliners. So brow products, I've changed them up a little bit this year. I always used to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow, but I have then since replaced it with the Cabral Brow Gel by Benefit in the shade 4. Now, I know those of you said to me, yeah, your ABH dried out, use Inglot. I know that I've got Inglot. The point is that why should something brand new be dry? I'm not going to use up my nice, lovely Inglot on a brand new product. Allow that. So I bought this instead. And then for the days when I don't want to use that, like today, I go for my Maybelline Total Temptation Brow Definer. My shade is in deep brown. This is an excellent dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer. It comes with one end where you wind it up and it's got an angled pencil, and then you've got a spoolie on the other end. All right, let's move on to eyelashes. First off, Huda Beauty. Sasha eyelashes and Camille are my two favorites. I'm actually wearing Sasha right now. These are brand new. I bought these when Cult Beauty was doing a 20% off sale. The Camille ones are called the Camille Easy Lash because they are not full length lashes that you need to trim. So they're very easy to apply glue and just whack it on and it sticks. So I love that ease about these, that it doesn't take as long as other ones. And the reason why I love these, well, look at my eyes. I just love the ones that are long and flick upwards. And let's see, House of Lashes Iconic Light. I like the iconic ones, but the light ones are just a little bit more something to them. I don't know what it is. Koko lashes. I bought these when I was in IMATS from the Lady Moss Beauty stand. These are in the style Stella. I use them all the time. I've got about 6 of these because they were so cheap, and from Lady Moss Beauty they're always on offer. In the UK you can buy them from False Eyelashes, 20% off, that sort of thing. But these ones are my favourite. Another ones that I love, which I don't have to show you, are the ones called Goddess. Love them as well. Demi G, also by Koko Lashes. Again, can you see that I tend to go for very similar styles? Long and ones that flick upwards, because at the end of the day, ones that flick upwards make your eyes immediately look very open. So if you've got very small eyes and you wear lashes like these, they will immediately make your eyes look. And then these ones here, which are in the style Queen Bee, they have that effect as well, but they're not as thick, they're a little bit more wispy. So on the days where I want a little less vavoom, I wear these. Alright, let's now move on to glitters, and these are all some form of liquid glitter. So let's start off with the obvious one, shall we? Let's start off with Stila. So a lot of these would have been bought when I was in New York, because they hadn't actually been released in the UK while I was in New York, so I took full advantage of the exchange rate, Sephora deals, etc. So the first one is this one here called Next to Notte, which is a gorgeous kind of cranberry red. It's one of their glitter and glow liquid eyeshadows. All of the ones I'll show you from Stila are, by the way. Then this one here in the style shade even called Enchantress, which is from their spring summer collection. This one here called Gold Goddess is not a new one, but I just didn't own it, and I'm glad that I do now, as it's a pure gold and I absolutely love it. This one here is one of my favorites. It's called Wanderlust. It's like a gold mixed with other particles, so it's a very color shifting kind of one, which is why I love it, because it goes with so many different looks. This one here called Fairy Tale is a little bit similar to Wanderlust, but a little bit deeper in shade. This one is one of my more recent purchases, which is why it's still in its box. It's called Diamond Dust. Again, it's not a new one, it's just that I hadn't owned it before. It's like a silver, so I was like, how come I don't own a gold or a silver, which is why I bought both of those ones. Sometimes you get so sucked into buying different cool colours that you forget the most obvious, most worn shades, right? This one here, which is called Perlina, which is like a white duochrome. Absolutely love it, it's very unique. And then these three, which I believe are now on offer, were like from this kind of duochrome-y, mermaidy related sort of collection. This one is in the shade called Into the Blue. This beautiful pinky mermaidy sort of shade is called Sea Siren. And then this beautiful pinky white colour is called Sunset Cove. I love all of them. I've got 2 to show you from Lime Crime. They're Diamond Dews. This is in the shade called Starlight, and this is in the shade called Rose Gold. So this is like a pinky colour, and this is like a silvery taupey sort of colour. Barry M released their own versions of holographic eyeshadow toppers. I love these. The quality of these are really good. They're better off applied to the lid with this and then tapped on with your finger. When you drag it around or try to layer it too much, it can flake off. So the colours I've got is Stardust, Luna, Asteroid and Supernova. They're all very different holographic duochrome sort of shades and very affordable because they're from the drugstore. 3 to show you from Colourpop, and this is their Supernova eyeshadows. So this one is in the shade called Lucky Penny, which is quite similar to Perlina, the one that I just showed you a minute ago from Stila, except that this is a little bit more duochrome. It's got like a purple, pink, blue shift to it. And then these ones are more straightforward colours. This one is called UFO, and it's like a coppery bronze. And then this one here, which is called Running in Orbits, is like a soft gold colour. And then this set from Urban Decay, which I showed you guys not long ago, is the Starfire Heavy Metal Glitter Eyeliner Trio. I believe you may still be able to get this because this set was limited edition. It's got Midnight Cowboy, Starfire, and then another shade in here. I've used these a lot. The quality of these is excellent. If you do get a chance to get your hands on it, it's probably on offer right now. You won't regret it, especially if you are a fan of the classic Midnight Cowboy Gold. Okay, not quite last, but last in terms of makeup are the lipsticks, and then I'm going to do skincare right after because I thought there's so much skincare I've been loving, why don't I share that with you guys too? Now forgive me if you think, wow, a lot of these shades look similar. Well, they are meant to be my favourites of the year. And let's be honest, we all have certain shades that we gravitate towards the most. And mine tends to be pinks and things related to pink, and also very warm tone browns. Sorry, I had another coughing fit, that's why the eyes have gone watery. Alright, so in no particular order, but I'll kind of try to keep to brand. Let's start off with Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is in the colour called Trouble. It's like a pale off pink. This orangey red here called American Doll. This is my newest one called Maud. It's a beautiful colour but very, very drying. Rock Sand, which is a very pale kind of nudie brown. This one here is from Colourpop. It's from the Bretman Rock collab that I just showed you, the accompanying eyeshadow palette. This is an ultra satin lip in the shade called Wig. And it's a beautiful, gorgeous red. I love this colour. Got two from Jeffree Star. This one is from his holiday collection in the shade Jeffree Who. And then this one here is from earlier on in the year called Thick as Thieves. I have the lip ammunition of this, the normal lipstick bullet. I really liked the colour, so I got it in the liquid lipstick format. Remember earlier on in the year they released their Stay All Day liquid lipstick shimmer range. So I've basically got all of them now and I love every single one of them. I'm just trying to get them all together in my hand to show you. I've now got all 6. So that's Patina Shimmer, Nudo Shimmer, Illuminaire Shimmer, Besso Shimmer, Lumi Shimmer and Miel Shimmer. Every single one of these suits my medium skin tone. And when I want nude shimmery lips, I love Illuminaire Shimmer, Miel Shimmer and Nudo Shimmer. They all look amazing. They don't have that settling within the lines of your lips because of the shimmer in it, but it's not an overly offensive shimmer. But I absolutely love, love, love all of these. Oh, I missed out an Anastasia Beverly Hills one. That one's called Strawberry. Very nice for the summer. And another two from Stila, which was from their autumn winter collection, is the shades Sienna and Palermo. Got one here from Maybelline, which is one of their Superstay matte inks. My shade is in Pioneer. It's a bright red and it looks gorgeous. This one here from Fenty Beauty, one of their Stunner lip paints. The shade Uncuffed is the one that I have used the most out of all of them. From Makeup Revolution, I've got 4 of their Supreme Pro Supreme matte lip pigments in the shade Ardent, Foresight, Elevation and Imagine. They're basically 3 different shades of pink and then a random off pink. So this one here, which I've still got the box of because it's so cute, is the Too Faced Melted Matte Liquefied Matte Longwear Lipstick in the shade Gingerbread Girl. Beautiful, gorgeous, bright-ish off orange shade. Another 2 from Too Faced that you guys have seen 1,000,001 times. Oh my god, I love them so much. They are the Naturally Nude lipsticks in the shade Birthday Suit, which is a gorgeous nude, which you guys should know by now that I tend to use with different types of lip liners even. And then this one, which is a more purpley pinky version of the previous one called Pout About It. I love how soft and kind of juicy they feel on the lips as well. And then this last one here is also from the Makeup by Shayla collaboration with Colourpop, and it's called Come On Sis. And it's a beautiful kind of mauvey sort of pink colour. Looks gorgeous on medium and deep skin tone. Sweet Smell of Christmas set from Too Faced. I love all the colours except for Sugar Cookie because it's just too pale for my skin tone. But I use this a lot and I love it. Alright, now we're going to move on to skincare that I have been loving and stuff that I use on a daily basis or an almost daily basis or on a weekly basis. Now I'm sure you guys will agree with me. For me personally, you know that 2018 was definitely the year of my skin for me. My skin has improved tenfold since I started using the Derma Roller and since I started using proper skincare than my usual cleanse, tone and moisturize. Now I'm a lot more strict when it comes to skincare. Anyway, let me show you body stuff first. Oh my god. American Cream is my favourite scent by Lush. Like, oh. And they released this. I pulled this out of my bathroom, by the way, because I'm using it right now. They made a shower gel. I think it's limited edition just for a little while. I bought it online. They even released a body lotion not long ago. It's limited edition. It's in my room. It's nearly finished. But I had to show this to you guys just so that I can link it below so you can buy it now while it's still available. My Aveeno Skin Relief Nourishing Lotion. This is like number 20 million. I use this every single day. It's non-scented. It's moisturizing. If you are brown skin or deeper skin, grey is not attractive. You know what I mean by that? Why ain't you creaming your elbows and your knees and your feet? Us brown skin people need constant moisturizing, and this is why I love this so much. It doesn't leave a greasy film on the skin. It really sinks in. It leaves no scent, so that if you want to wear perfume or anything else on top, it doesn't fight with it. And I use this every single day after I've had a shower. This one here is the La Roche-Posay Anthelios Excel Lotion SPF 50. If you guys remember, I became allergic to the sun in the summer. So I had to buy something which is for sensitive skin to protect my skin, to stop it getting worse. And that's where this came in. I've not used a lot of it because once the heat wave was over, I was fine. But I have definitely converted to using this face wash, my Mario Badescu Glycolic Foaming Cleanser. I love this. I use it every single day. Since I bought it, I use it every morning and evening. I know you're only supposed to use it once every other day, but my skin ain't suffered and I got sensitive skin. I've only used that much. And I've had it for about 2 months now, I'd say. That much. Because you literally need a tiny blob and it foams up and it washes my face. It doesn't tighten, it doesn't feel horrible, it feels great, and I absolutely love it. Followed by my Pixie Glow Tonic. Absolutely love it. I use this every single day. Refreshes my skin, tightens my skin. It's great because it's an exfoliating toner, so it really smooths the skin in preparation for whatever you may want to put on afterwards. After that, I generally tend to use my hyaluronic acid by The Ordinary. I use this every single day. I'm on like number 10 of this. I go through these quite quickly. This is the reason why my skin on my face is never dry. I do now and then get an eczema breakout, but that's nothing to do with this. That's just got to do with my allergies. But this delivers God knows how much hydration to the skin. Lots of people don't like this. I think it's because they don't know how to use it, because I have no issues with it whatsoever. I'm quite generous when I apply this as well. You have to leave it to dry. Yes, it will become sticky on your face, because I've seen a lot of people say, oh, it's really sticky on my face. Yeah, you got to wait for it to dry. Let it dry, then put your moisturizer on top or whatever else. I then follow it with my Ambre Le Creme Concentrate. I love this. I use this every single day. It's so moisturizing, so hydrating. It also doubles up as a primer, so then I apply my foundation afterwards. This one here, the Mario Badescu Drying Lotion. New to my life. Who knew? I never knew about this before. It's kind of gone a bit funny because it got shaken around when I brought it downstairs. But you're meant to use the sediment at the bottom to apply it to your spots and it dries them out. Love it, because it does work. Grounded Body Scrub Face Scrubs. This one is in Sweet Orange. It's basically a coconut face scrub. It's very, very, very abrasive. I love it. It gets rid of every little dirty piece of dry skin. Because I've got a cold right now. I've been blowing my nose a lot. I've had a lot of dry skin around my nose. So once I'd stopped blowing my nose so much and my skin was a little less raw but still dry, I used this around my nose and it got rid of all the dry skin. Plus, because it's got a little bit of oil in it, it actually leaves a nice soft film over the skin for me then to apply other things afterwards. I only use this in the evening and I tend to use this once a week, and they're very, very inexpensive and you can recycle the packaging afterwards. After using that in the evenings, I use the Ordinary Glycolic Acid 7% toning solution. Another amazing toner. I absolutely love this. You guys were the ones who told me about the lid, because I was so dumb I didn't even notice that the lid was screw top. So thank you for that. But I use this every evening and I love it. The Ordinary Caffeine Solution is my ride or die for bags under the eyes. This is the reason why now when I wake up in the morning I don't have any puffiness, because I use this. Look into it, it's amazing. The Body Shop Skin Defense SPF 50 PA, I don't know what that means. But I use this on my face generally when I know that I'm going outside and I'm going to be spending all day outside. Because of my job, sometimes I have to be outside in the sun, and when you use all these acids and things, you really need to have a good amount of skin protection. I like this because it actually works really nicely as a moisturizer as well. Feels really nice and soft on the skin. It's got a pleasant scent. Couple of other things from The Ordinary which I use. The Mandelic Acid, which is for uneven tone, fine lines and textural irregularities. I love this. This is the Ethylated Ascorbic Acid 15% solution. It's basically a form of vitamin C. Again, it's for uneven tone and signs of age. I use all of these in the evening, by the way. I like to just use the things that I showed you at the beginning for the morning. This one here, the Ascorbic Acid and Alpha-Arbutin. Oh my god. For those of you that have got hyperpigmentation, get this. I had bits of hyperpigmentation here. I don't know if you've noticed, every time you see me with no makeup on, the hyperpigmentation on my face is getting less and less and less and less. it's because of this baby. And then this one here, the retinol, 0.5% in squalene, again for texture, for signs of age. That's the reason why I'm aging backwards, you guys. It's because of all this stuff, JK. But yeah, I am. So yeah, so that's it. Oh my god, I hope this video doesn't end up being so long. Anyway, so how was 2018 for you guys? 2018 was pretty shit for me, actually. It was okay in some places, but I'm more hopeful for 2019, even though, to be fair, I have welcomed 2019 with a raging cold, but I'm getting over it quite quickly. Actually, everybody in my house is sick. Here's hoping for 2019 to be a healthier year for many of us and a happier year as well. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Bye.